Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah, is XRP about to crash, or do we see here a breakout, even a short squeeze is possible? I will answer that question here by using my chart analysis, give you an update how I see the chart. This is of course not financial advice, only my opinion based on the technicals. Yeah guys, I will start with my indicators first. I always use here my own indicators for TradingView. Why? Because there are a lot of indicators available in TradingView, but I tried hundreds of them and was not satisfied with the results, so I built my own. First, we start here with the RSI Ultimate Indicator. We can see that we had here a bear attack signal here at the bottom of the screen is the RSI. We had a bear attack signal here for XRP, and as soon as this signal appeared, XRP sold off in total by 53%, guys. So, a lot of people still think that trading is not based on algos or that nothing is predictable. I think this is not right. You cannot predict 100%, what happened in future. This is impossible. Also, I cannot tell you where XRP will be in 5 years from now on, but we can use here trend channel patterns and liquidity zones to measure where are the breakout zones, and the next price levels are also measurable by using tools like, for example, Fibonacci or trend channels. So what we can see is that we had this bear attack signal. So as soon as the signal came, that was the peak of this small pump here, and then we had the sell-off. And the flip side of the signal is the Powerball signal, guys. So as soon as we had the Powerball signal here for XRP, you can see this massive green volume spike came up 1 day later. And that meant that we had here a price run up in total of also almost 50%. So it was like, give and take, or take and give back. But that doesn't mean, guys, that this is here the bottom or that XRP is right now about to squeeze. I will give you a full review here in that video. Every indicator which you see here, by the way, also here my crypto EMA line indicator. A lot of people using my indicators already, but I want to mention that again, that they are available here in the video description. You can check out here my webpage where you can get these indicators for crypto, guys. I can highly recommend the crypto EMA line indicator and the RSI Ultimate Indicator. These are very, very helpful tools, which I also want to show you here in this video. Okay, guys, so we see now here that we had a bullish reaction, sell-off reaction and a bullish reaction, but where is the bottom? Just when we focus now here on the EMA line indicator, the crypto EMA line indicator, you can see that the blue line is the average support or resistance, of course, depending on is the price trading below or above. Right now, we're trading below both of these lines, crash or squeeze support resistance, which means without high volume, with average volume, that XRP has here a very strong resistance at $1.58 and then latest here at $2.06. We can see when we had here the last attempt here was the first attempt to sell the price off. We came back and closed exactly over this line here. There are a couple of videos available on YouTube where I explained that here in detail, but we can see that we hold the support here. But as soon as we had this cross, guys, and I really don't trade these kind of, golden cross or bearish cross, but as soon as we lost the support, you can see that here we lost the support. We had one final attempt here to break out, got rejected here, and that was the beginning of a bigger sell-off. So keep that in mind. $1.58 and $2, you can also see that here $2.06 are right now our resistance here based on the crypto EMA line indicator. What is very important when I switch now here to the weekly chart, I want to show you that also here right now. You can also see, of course, that these indicators work in each time frame. So the green line now was our weekly support. When we had this kind of sell-off, exactly the price stopped here. And that means, based on this EMA line, the support is right now waiting at $1.11. But please watch the video until the end, guys. We might dip much, much lower than that. But right now, with low volume, the support is waiting here. I made a lot of forecasts already, guys, also on Bitcoin. Yeah, I had this forecast here in October 2025, where I said that we will at least see a price of 62,000 US dollar. I made a lot of videos here during that time. And of course, what happened here to Bitcoin, we came down to 62,000 US dollars. So as I said, I really try to give you here always something like a forecast and outlook, not to hype you up. Sometimes people don't like my videos because they are not too bullish, right? But guys, this is just my opinion, how I see the chart as a trader. and not to hype you up and give you some hope and then, you know, you lose your money. Also, because of that, I have a huge Patreon community where we focus on, yeah, volatile stocks, breakout stocks. You can even call them short squeeze stocks. So if you want to see some trading ideas, which I post there every week, guys, yeah, my setups where I, you know, go in some volatile stocks, yeah, we have their squeezes from a couple of 100%. Not every day, guys, of course, but, you know, frequently, if you want to join us there, the link to the Patreon community is also in the video description. Okay, guys, what is now very important here for the XRP chart? So what we can clearly see, we had here two shakeouts, right? We can see here was one shakeout attempt here in April 2025 until $1.61. The second one, $1.58, right? And now we retested this price level. I think this is a very, very important price level. Also, we can see that XRP started to break out exactly at this price level. So when I draw a line right now here, guys, at this level, right, then we can see here around $1.61 is a very, very important price level for XRP in favor for a squeeze or breakout. The real, in my opinion, the real breakout zone is at $1.96. This is where the party starts, but also $1.61 is a very, very important price range. And I think that the bearish market makers want to bring this EMA line below that price level, that the natural resistance is strong enough to keep XRP below $1.61, which means when the volume is coming in and the bulls start to pump and break out, then of course also something like a short squeeze is possible, because the bearish market makers which are short on XRP have to cover their positions here. And that can, of course, bring some fuel in the tank, have to close their short positions, and we could see a squeeze. So that is not, guys, you know, we are just back here now until November 2024. That might seem here like a temporary price level. No, when we zoom out, guys, and let me switch off for a second the indicators here that we only focus on drawing. So at around $1.61, when I extend this line right now, $1.61, so you can see that that was the previous resistance for XRP and also the short squeeze trigger which we had here in 2017. So that's why I say this is everything based on algos. If we break certain price levels, we can calculate future price levels for XRP, but it is stupid to say XRP will be at $10, right, when you have no proof that the price is already breaking out. But this is what I want to show you guys, that we have here a strong resistance. Okay, guys, now I want to show you my Trend Channel Detector Pro indicator, what this indicator is telling you about XRP. I made here a lot of drawings. You will find a lot of videos here on YouTube about XRP, but also which I did, of course, but this is just what I draw, right? My drawings here, and not based on indicators, guys. So when I switch off the drawings, so you can see there is nothing. Now we check out my Trend Channel Detector Pro. I'm developing here a brand new indicator, which is not available yet, guys, but will be available very, very soon here also in the shop system, right, where you find the other indicators here. I'm just, you know, developing it that right now. And based on that, guys, it gets really, really critical for XRP. Why? Because I enabled now here the bearish detection mode, right? I will switch here to the bullish in a second. And that means we are trading here right now at a main make it or break it price level. If we lose this support at around $1.40, we had already here an attempt, as you can see. I will zoom in for you guys. So you can see we had the Powerball signal on the RSI Ultimate. We came back strong, not with a bullish engulfing, right? So this is not super bullish, even it's a high volume candle, but it is not a bullish engulfing candle. So that is just an attempt, you know, to buy the dip, but we will go lower in my opinion. And as you can see right now, as I'm doing this video, we are exactly here at this price level, which this indicator calculates, guys. This is not a drawing, this is an indicator. Which means, guys, when we cannot close above $1.40, yeah, we could see here much lower prices for XRP. So let's talk about these price levels right now. I will switch now here to the bullish mode. So calculate. Indicator is working. So guys, there we are. And that means we know, of course, that XRP is in a bullish uptrend. We have here super low prices when we zoom out back here, 2024 and earlier. 38 cents when I even zoom more out, 28 cents. So yes, XRP is in an uptrend, but if we lose the support, we can go much lower, guys, and much lower means even here in the 50 cent range. This is technically possible, not only based on the indicators. Right now we're floating somewhere here in this trend channel, which means that also here at $1.50 is something like a resistance. The next resistance is $1.84 and the support would be here at $1. Why, guys? Because we had here this massive leg up. We can see that this was a massive leg up, and usually here is no strong support waiting. So when we zoom out, we can see that here somewhere in the 75 cent range here, this is where the real support starts. Everything below that or between that here is not a strong support for XRP. So that means based on this trend channel indicator, the support should be somewhere here in the $1 range for XRP. If this support breaks, then we will come back down here in the 50 cent range. I know you don't want to hear that, guys, but this is what the indicator is telling us and what XRP did in the past before we had that major breakout. My friends, that was my update on XRP. I hope that was helpful. If you want to see more videos like that, then please push the like and subscribe and the hype button. Thank you so much, guys. I wish you great success and see you in the next one. Arigatou gozaimasu. Vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.